Hi everybody, I'm going to make another ad hoc video here. It's going to be about compression. It's going to be about something else which is very important, which is rally-based drops and drop-based rallies at important decision levels. So we're going to be taking a look at this area over here. We're going to look into the compression of it. We're going to see what happens with price. Now, what we have here is a big rally-based drop. That base there should really hold price down. It is very good for when price comes back to drop it down again. Now, from there, price went down to a very big round number, to 130, and it wanted to make its way back up again to this supply. So how did it get there? Well, we can see that on the way down it made a big decision here that price was too expensive and dropped down again. So as price was coming back to that, there were going to be sell orders there, and yes, when price came back up here, there were sell orders and price came back down again. Now, once price came back down again, those sell orders were gone, so it was a lot more possible for price to come back and shoot through that decision area. Here as well, there was a decision area to break down, and on the way up it was ignored because price wanted to take this out. This made a higher high than here, so it did clear the way as well for price to get back up to the supply area. Now, when price came back up to this the next time, it was subdued, it was held down, and it pushed price down to the 130. Now, you can see once price got to 130, it started spiking up to this supply here. This supply was cleared. So then price came back down again and went up through that supply and went up through this old supply which was cleared from there. There was a little bit of an indecision here. You see here there was an ignored supply before and it was respected with the supply on the lower time frames, which would have been in here as well. It came down here to the decision to break this high and went back up then to the rally-based drop. Now we're going to go into H4 and take a bit of a closer look at all this. So, where is it? Okay, there's our rally-based drop on the daily. Here you see the decision was made to break down, and the next time price came to that, it was pushed back down again. So you have a lot of compression here. Each of these zones was taken out on the way down, so that ultimately it could get back up again. Now, with this being such a very heavy supply here, this rally-based drop, price wanted to find a way for itself to get through all of this here. There were a lot of things in the way. So you see here there was a decision for price to go up, so that was going to have to be cleared for price to come back down on the way. A big pole came up, there was a decision to break this supply, and price went up again into this supply here, and price came back down. Now that actually cleared this demand that was here, and it came down to this flip zone here. So really, there's no demand left anywhere here. There is demand there, but there's no demand along the way from it because it's all been cleared out. So price broke the high of this, and what did it do? It came right back down to this demand. Now, there were of course buy orders left there as price shot up away from it. Now these buy orders have been used up, so they won't be there the next time. So then price shot up from there. There was very little demand left or supply left here. You see the price after it left, it actually spiked up into that supply there. So this supply was weak and price was able to go through. Now it came up and up and up to this point. Now this is a great point. This is where we get into the rally-based drop and drop-based rally at important levels. What we see is over here we have the low of that flag that's there, and price did decide to break that low. Now, where price decided to break that low is very important. We'll zoom into the lower time frames here on this. Over there. 5. Now let's zoom out. So okay, there is the low of the whole flag, which is above, and you'll see the price actually broke the low of that. And then, now of course that could have been a fake out, price could have come right back up, but there's something really important in here. Let's zoom in on this. After price broke the low here, it came back in above the low again, and what did it do? It compressed up in a rally. This was a compressed rally. You see this here, you see that the demand there has already been taken, the demand here has been taken, and it made a little base and it dropped again. Now this rally base drop after drop below the low is very important. Here is the decision for price to go and stay below the low. So we come back. Over to here. Now, there's where price hit the rally base drop after the break of the low. Very important level. But all of this was still going to be in the way. Price wasn't just going to shoot all the way down through here, because you had this resistance becoming support here. You'll see in here in the lower time frames that there will have been a drop base rally for price to react to, and it will have come back up in here. Now you see the price on its way down has been compressing up and compressing up, so there was very little supply in any of this. Now price came down to here, which was a clear and defined demand, and price wasn't just going to shoot through that. So it came back up again through this compression and into this supply area again. You will see a very nice supply, a nice rally based drop inside this in the lower time frames where price reacted to. Now, price came back up. Now, it was always going to be in trouble here. Here was a new demand. So price was going to react to that demand here. You'll also see here that there is a supply which was ignored on the way up. So on its way back down, it was respected. That supply became demand and price came back up again. Now, as I say, price then got back up into the supply which was here, and it had to react to this demand and came back up again. Now you see in here the price was spiked both ways. This supply was all taken out and this demand was all taken out. But you will see that this demand was taken. That was already spiked, the buy orders were gone. This demand was taken, the buy orders were gone. This demand was taken, the buy orders were gone. And here we had a lower low on this, which actually helps bring price down. But you will actually see that here you had demand, and price did hit this demand, and in the lower time frames here you will see that it hit the demand and came back up to a supply which was here. In the lower time frames you can really see that there is a base there. You can see it in this as well with these candles that are going on, but there was a base there to hold price back down. And price shot down and came right down into to this demand and down to the origin of the move over here. Came back down through this compression. As we say, all of that, all the demands here were taken out and price was able to come down. So that's all compression is. Compression is price taking out the last decision point and the orders that were left there. So I hope I've given you some better idea of what compression is and how simple it actually is. Let's just look in here again. Where do we know that this compression was going to work? Well, we know the compression is going to work when there's no demand left. Here actually was the last demand. The demand was spiked and taken out here. So once this demand was gone, there was really no clear demand whatsoever until here. It actually broke that demand and the price did its thing after that. So I hope you learned a little something from this video. Thanks for watching.